Most people believe that a good life is built through struggle. Push harder. Sacrifice more. Suffer now so you can rest later. And yet, the people who seem most alive, most focused, most at peace, they don't look like they're fighting at all. They move differently. Lighter. Like the world is cooperating with them instead of resisting them. This isn't luck. It isn't talent. It isn't some rare gift handed to a chosen few. It is a skill. Ancient, forgotten, and completely learnable. The Stoics called it Amor, Fati, love of what is. The Taoists called it Wu Wei, moving with the nature of things. But across every tradition, in every century, the wisest humans have whispered the same secret. Stop fighting life. Learn to flow with it. Today, that secret has a name. We call it the art of effortless living. And to understand how it works, let me tell you about Marcus. Marcus was not a lazy man. By every measure, he was doing everything right. He woke up early. He worked late. He had goals written on sticky notes across his mirror. He listened to motivational podcasts on the way to work and productivity audiobooks before bed. But something was deeply wrong. He was exhausted in a way that sleep couldn't fix. He was productive but never satisfied. He was moving fast but felt like he was going nowhere. And the harder he pushed, the worse things became. Marcus had what millions of people quietly have, a life built entirely on force. Force to wake up. Force to focus. Force to stay calm. Force to feel grateful. Force to be happy. He had turned his entire existence into a war. And he was losing. The breaking point came on a Tuesday morning. He sat in his car in the parking lot of his office, unable to move. Not physically, but something inside him had simply stopped cooperating. His hands were on the wheel. His body refused to go in. He sat there for 40 minutes, staring at nothing. That afternoon, he didn't open his laptop. Instead, he found himself rereading a dog-eared book about Eastern philosophy a friend had given him years ago. A line stopped him completely. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. He read it 3 times. He didn't fully understand it. But something in him cracked open, just slightly, and light came through. This became the beginning of his 6 lessons. Lesson 1. The problem isn't your effort. It's your resistance. Marcus had always believed that the solution to his problems was more effort, more discipline, more willpower. But sitting in that parking lot, he began to see the truth. The problem wasn't that he wasn't trying hard enough. The problem was that he was trying against himself, constantly. He wanted to sleep but forced himself awake. He wanted rest but guilt himself into working. He wanted connection but buried himself in tasks. Every desire he had, he overrode with what he thought he should want instead. This is what kills momentum. Not lack of effort, but the endless friction of a person fighting their own nature. Marcus started with one small experiment. Instead of asking, "What do I have to do today?" he asked, "What is the one thing that feels both meaningful and natural right now?" It was a small shift, almost embarrassingly small. But that morning, he moved. Not with dread, with ease. And that one easy, aligned action created a second. And a second created a third. And by the end of the day, he had done more than he had in the previous 3 days of forced productivity combined. The first lesson of effortless living: resistance is the enemy of momentum. Alignment is its engine. Lesson 2. Slow down to speed up. Marcus lived at a speed his awareness couldn't follow. He ate while checking email. He showered while rehearsing conversations. He drove while planning. He rested while worrying. His body was always in one place. His mind was always somewhere else. Monks call this future rushing, the habit of never fully arriving in your own life. And it doesn't just steal your peace. It steals your performance. Because a mind split across 10 places cannot give its full power to any of them. Marcus tested something uncomfortable. For 1 week, he committed to doing one thing at a time, completely. Not faster. Not more efficiently. Just wholly. He answered one message before opening another. He finished one task before starting the next. He had one conversation without his phone in his hand. And something strange happened. Tasks that normally felt heavy became light. Decisions that once confused him became clear. His mind stopped buzzing. He realized something that changed everything. Rushing is a form of fear. Presence is a form of power. When you move at the speed your awareness can stay connected, life stops feeling like a chase. It becomes a sequence of complete, satisfying moments, instead of a blur of fractured ones. Lesson 3. Stop pushing the river. There was a phase of Marcus's life where he spent enormous energy trying to control things he could not control. He agonized over what people thought of him. He replayed conversations from 3 days ago. He tried to predict and prevent every possible failure before it happened. He treated uncertainty as an enemy to be defeated. This is the hidden tax of the modern mind. We don't just solve problems. We rehearse them. We pre-suffer. We fight battles that haven't happened and grieve losses that haven't occurred. And all of that energy, that enormous, exhausting river of mental effort, is spent fighting a current that will flow regardless. Marcus found one practice that began to dissolve this. Each evening, he wrote 2 lists. The first, things I can influence today. The second, things I cannot. Then he made a rule. Every thought, every action, every drop of his energy, only toward the first list. Not apathy. Not surrender. Not letting the world do whatever it wanted to him. Just the radical act of redirecting effort away from friction and toward impact. Within a month, his anxiety dropped in a way no habit or supplement had ever managed. Not because his life had fewer problems, but because he had stopped spending himself on problems he could never solve. The river will flow. The art is learning where to point your boat. Lesson 4. Shape your environment before you shape your behavior. Marcus spent years trying to discipline himself into better habits. He failed. Not because he was weak, but because he was working against the invisible architecture of his own environment. His phone sat on his desk, pulling his attention every 4 minutes. His workspace was cluttered with unfinished projects, each one a silent accusation. His social feeds were engineered to keep him scrolling, anxious, and comparing. He wasn't broken. He was trapped inside a landscape designed for distraction. Here is what the masters understood that modern culture ignores. You don't rise to the level of your intentions. You fall to the level of your environment. So Marcus stopped trying to force better behavior and started designing a better arena. He moved his phone to another room during work hours. He cleared his desk until it felt like open sky. He deleted 3 apps that had been eating 40 minutes of his day. He put his journal where his phone used to be. The change wasn't gradual. It was immediate. Suddenly, focus wasn't something he had to summon. It appeared on its own, because the obstacles to it were gone. This is the 4th lesson. Before you try to change yourself, change the world around you. Effortless action begins before the action starts. Lesson 5. Stillness is not the absence of doing. It is the source of it. Of all the lessons Marcus learned, this was the one his modern mind resisted most. Stillness felt like waste, like falling behind, like weakness dressed up as wisdom. But he tried it anyway. 2 minutes before starting work each morning, no phone, no task list, no plan. Just sitting. His mind immediately panicked. You're wasting time. You should be working. This isn't productive. But Marcus kept sitting. And slowly, over days and then weeks, something inside him began to settle. He started noticing the chaos in his mind, and watching it instead of becoming it. His reactions slowed. His decisions deepened. His emotions became something he could observe rather than something that owned him. Because here is what stillness actually does. It builds the gap between stimulus and response. And in that gap lives everything: clarity, wisdom, freedom, choice. Without stillness, you are a pinball, bouncing from stimulus to stimulus, never choosing your direction, always reacting. With stillness, you become the player. Marcus learned the fifth lesson: a mind that cannot be still cannot be trusted. Stillness is not emptiness. It is the foundation of everything powerful you will ever do. Lesson 6. The easiest path and the meaningful path are often the same. Here is the final lie Marcus had to unlearn. That meaning requires suffering. That a life well lived must feel hard. That ease is the enemy of depth. This belief, quiet, persistent, invisible, had been poisoning everything. He had been choosing the harder option not because it was better, but because difficulty felt like proof. Proof of effort. Proof of worth. Proof that he deserved whatever came next. But effortless living doesn't mean doing nothing. It means doing the right things, the things that align with who you genuinely are, and finding that when alignment is true, effort becomes something else entirely. It becomes engagement, absorption, flow. Marcus began each morning with a single question: what action today feels both light and meaningful at the same time? Not the most impressive task. Not the one that would make him look disciplined. Just the one that felt honest. And slowly, his days transformed. He wasn't rushing. He wasn't forcing. He wasn't procrastinating. He wasn't drowning. He was simply moving through his life the way water moves through a landscape, following the natural shape of things, carving deep paths without violence. And one morning, sitting with his coffee before the world woke up, Marcus felt something he hadn't felt in years. Not excitement. Not achievement. Not relief. Something quieter and more permanent than all of those. Peace. The art of effortless living is not about doing less. It is about doing what fits. It is about stopping the war inside yourself long enough to discover that life, when you stop fighting it, is not as hard as you made it. The river was never against you. You were fighting the current when you could have been riding it. Nature does not hurry, yet everything is accomplished. Now you know why. If you found value in this video, subscribe for more lessons on discipline, mental clarity, emotional control, and personal growth. Your future self will thank you.